one thing I realized about recruitment is once the assignment starts, you should have the pipeline. Yeah, one thing that you guys are confused. There's like a talent pool and there's a pipeline. Pipeline means like it's ready to go. People are ready to go. But like I didn't get it. Like how would you have pipeline? Basically, once you start the recruitment, you have to have CVs in a couple of days. That means you have to have the pipeline. Then you ask whether they want to pursue the positions or introduce the position to them. And then just need a couple of days whether they're willing to apply the position. Shortlist those, and then you send CVs to your client, right? And then, usually it's up to them. Supposedly they need to like come back to you right away. Yeah, but like I think, for small organizations, it may take a longer time, or it might not. It doesn't matter. But if the client is the model client,
회전 구간입니다. 안전 운행하세요.
then you should have a couple of days for them to respond to you, and then after that, so on, you move on to the department, you go to interview and things like that. So one thing I want to highlight is that it's about the pipeline. It's like you should have the candidates ready to go within a couple of days. But having those couple of days, that means like you should have the candidates in your head right away. That's the pipeline. So in order to do that, right, you need to be an experienced recruiter. Because I didn't realize that. Me having 18 years plus within this field, when you count it, 2 years, 3 years, I didn't know that. But I think that's really helpful. It adds on to my knowledge. But after that I moved on to the HR. So I didn't have enough time to realize that. Maybe if I were to did the recruitment 5 years straight, then I would realize maybe a decade ago. But like I recently realized, the pipeline is like you should have like. That's why you have to have like a specialty. That kind of adds to it. So if you're a tech recruiter, if you're a finance recruiter, if you're like a FMCG, like fast-paced or global, like my specialty,
졸음 쉼터가 있습니다.
semicon, renewable, and things like that. So like I'm experienced. So like
교통 변화를 감지
they were to
중입니다.
ask,
기존 경로로 계속 안내합니다.
약 500m 앞 진주 졸음 쉼터가 있습니다.
500m 앞 졸음 쉼터가 있습니다.
1km
1km, 100km 과속 단속 구간입니다.
I would say like
잠시 후 졸음 쉼터가
like
있습니다.
Taiwan, Japan. Like Japan is very interesting. I'm gonna talk about that later. But like it's very saturated, very like lack of talent.
500m 앞 시속 100km
500m 앞 100km 과속 단속
Yeah, I'm
구간입니다.
gonna tell you. Like even if there's a limited number of talents like Korea, I mean there's still a way.
잠시 후
잠시 후 100km 과속 단속 구간입니다.
It's not different. At first, I thought that it was different, like US market, Singapore, or like Australia, or whatnot, European. countries, you know, they have the limitless talent pool. But I think when it comes to a season, experienced recruiter, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So the pipeline. I don't know. I explained it enough, but like as an experienced senior, tech or industry oriented recruiter, when you assign, when you get the assignment, when you get the project, and then they give it to you, you already have the candidate in your mind. You know, it might not be your you already have those people already in your mind, but you know this individuals or these people, this pipeline. Yeah, man. This was really hard. I mean, it took me a long time to
교통편을
realize
감지 중입니다. 기존 경로로
that
계속
the recruitment
안내합니다.
process is supposed to move like this, you know. So I think that's I think my first realization of being a recruiter or recruitment consultant, so to speak. Yeah. So you have to have people ready to go, or at least the direction of it. Because people are out there. You just have to, you know,
1km 앞
Here.
100km 이동식 과속 단속 구간입니다.
So I mean, I'm going to.
안개가 많은 지역입니다.
elaborate
안전 운행하세요.
in details, easier, you know, term.
500m 100km 이동식 과속 단속
This is why
구간입니다.
people are hesitant. Like they get into recruitment, they want ultimately go into in-house.
잠시
for example.
100km 이동식 과속
I
단속 구간입니다.
think some of like 20%, 1 out of 5 people get it. But I want to say maybe less than 10%, because it's 20%. Because out of these 10 people who get into HR, I think more than 30% they goes off the track. So it's ultimately more than less than 10%. So most importantly, it is I think why people are the same thing as if you're like Korean people or people are afraid of having sales, so recruitment sales, like it's the same thing in a sense. Like doesn't matter what you sell, you're ready to sell. Clients are out there. So you just have to give him the object, give him the target. Like you have to, if you're assigned to whatever you want to sell, if you're assigned to whatever you have to find the talent, it's there. Like you have that. It's a mentality, but at the same time, it's reality. Yeah. Whether it be your silver medalist, bronze medalist, it's right there. You already done the assignments. Yeah. And then at first I thought that every individual organization, like there's a difference, of course, but it's not for you to decide, right? So pipeline, talent pool, is there. Sure.